everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Bills have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Jets, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. With that, let's send you up to snowy Orchard Park outside of Buffalo, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen, stay warm.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in on a 1-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it, maybe make it almost like the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. Hopefully they can continue to move forward.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Here again is McKinnon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Holding offense.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. Whoosh. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the 2nd-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver. but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that, the process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's first down, Buffalo.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. One quarter down here on a frigid December night. It's a 3-point game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. the shotgun. He'll look to throw, and that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They run once more with McKinnon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
So 2nd and 10 here. They're going to look to throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. Can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10.
I know it looks easy to a lot of people when you're kicking the ball. It looks pretty simple, right? Snap, put it down, kick it. But playing in the snow, that can throw off your timing just a bit, and that can wreak havoc, as we just saw there.
Well, it throws off the timing, and I just think it's an extra advantage for the team that's coming in to block it because they've got a hold on the offensive side, and, of course, the kicker and holder and snapper, they've got a lot to deal with.
What can't be underestimated It's the person catching the ball, the holder, and putting it down. You're talking about cold hands, snowy weather, the ball can get slippery on you. It's a lot of extra pressure on that person.
And they're able to get it down, but a nice job to get in and block it. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft.
All right, here we go. Leopard, Detroit! Detroit!
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And quickly they get to the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you. Maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around. But the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff working right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Bills have to like how they've played so far. The Jets were fantastic last week, but today's game shows you have to bring it every week in the NFL. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Bills have it on 2nd and 5. He'll scramble away and complete the pass. And he'll end up at the 40-yard line before being tackled. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. Bills now late in the second. Woods is found in the quick pass, and that connection will lead to a gain of 24 yards. Staying late in the second. He'll go with the run here, and he'll go in from 7 yards out, pushing the lead to 10. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Jets there in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Toss play to McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Jets. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
10 yards still left on second down. One receiver left, two to the right.
Let's go. 3-19.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Screen play, McKinnon. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys that can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game. Is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
So now third and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Just get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 26 yards on the play there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a 1st down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think...
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is... Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They come out here in the I. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Watkins alone on the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And here come the Bills. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Bills, They continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA